Hello, this is CurtisCroweThePhotoPro here with another basic Lightroom tutorial for you. Today we're going to cover the cropping and straightening tool. Now what I have here is an image in which I want to crop, but I'm also going to show you how to straighten. So to get started, there is a button right here. Now I like to use hotkeys, so I always press R. So if you ever want to just press the button, it's right here. So to get started, I'm going to go ahead and press R or click that button, and it's going to bring up the tool for the crop and straightening tool. Now, you should by default have this unlocked. I like to keep it locked because I'd rather keep it at its aspect ratio. But if you want to set any specific aspect ratios, let's say you know your client's going to be shooting a lot of 5:7s, boom, it gives you the 5:7 aspect ratio. You lock it in so it doesn't get adjusted, and then you can crop as you need to. Very useful. And something you can do is if you accidentally did, let's say, a Dutch angle, you can go ahead and straighten this out, which, one second, my mouse is a little sensitive. So you use the guidelines that are provided, and then you follow the lines that are provided in the photo. Any straight edges will usually help quite a bit. So I just need to go, just a tiny, I don't think I'm going to get it perfect, so we'll just drop it right there. And when we hit done, we now have a recropped image. Now, this isn't the cropping that I want because I want to get that kid's face out of the image because it's a little distracting. So if we hit that R button again, and now I hit X, now it's gone from a portrait to a landscape. Now you can do this manually as well too, by just dragging to one of these edges. It makes it super easy, and you just push it in a way that's either going to make it go long ways or tall ways in order to get the crop that you want. And as long as you have this lock button here, it'll always preserve that 5:7 ratio. So I'm going to go back to the original ratio because, again, that's the way I like to do it. And then we're going to go ahead and go like this, and then we're going to go over here, and we're going to figure out what we want. Now we press that R button again to get out of the tool. I like that. The kid's not as distracting, but can we get those feet in there? Probably not. What if we turn the angle back to 0? Will that give us enough room? We can see the kid's face, but we will not get the top of his hat. So I'd rather cut off his feet opposed to cut off his hat. And then if you could keep it like this if you'd like to, but you may even want to crop it in just a tiny bit more so that way you don't get the top of the feet in there, because that's a little distracting if you ask me. So if we go like this, we got to make sure we get his hands in there. Press that R button, or you can hit done down here. His feet are no longer in it. His hand's just a tiny bit cropped out, so we're going to go up just a little bit. And then this is some micro adjustments we're just taking care of right now. Boom. We got his hand in there. Got the top of his head in there. We got the other hand in there. The kid's not as distracting. So now we have a recropped image. Now, be aware, whenever you crop an image, you're taking the image and doing a digital zoom, which means it's not adding any new data there. It's only stretching out the old data that was there. So your images are going to become sharper. If anything, it's going to become softer or blurrier or even pixelated, depending on how much you crop. That's why I try to stay away from cropping when I can. Just once in a blue moon, you'll think you took a good picture out on the field, and you'll take it home, and you'll go to look at it and be like, oh, I wish I would have cropped it this way. Well, this gives you the option to at least do that so you can recompose your image, but just be aware that there are going to be some sacrifices to photo quality. Alright, but that's about all the time I have for today. I hope this tutorial was useful for you. Leave a comment down below. Subscribe if you want more content. As always, my name is Curtis Crowe, the Photo Pro, and as I always do, toodles.